Good morning to my dear students. Students, as in our previous video, I was discussing about biogeochemical cycles. And I told you that what are biogeochemical cycles. Once again, I am repeating. Biogeochemical cycles are the cycles which show the cyclic flow of nutrients between abiotic factors and biotic factors of environment. Or in another words, I have to say that biogeochemical cycles are the cyclic flow of nutrients between the living component of an ecosystem and non-living component of ecosystem. So yesterday we discussed about water cycle. In the same series today I am going to discuss about the nitrogen cycle. Students, I want to tell you that this nitrogen is very essential component of all the living organisms because it is the major component of amino acids, proteins, vitamins, nucleic acid, and this nitrogen is essential for most of the biochemical processes which are going inside a living cell. And I once again I want to tell you one more thing that this nitrogen is present in abundant amount in our atmosphere. As we know the composition of air, so as we know composition of air, and in air we know that only the nitrogen is about 78%. So it is present in a huge amount. But you will be surprised that the living organisms cannot obtain this atmospheric nitrogen directly as a nutrient. Okay, so how this nitrogen is obtained by the living organism, I am going to tell you that. Initially, the green plants can take this nitrogen either in the form of the nitrates or nitrites. So mostly they uptake this nitrogen in the form of the nitrates. And the process of conversion of this atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate or nitrite, it is called as nitrogen fixation. So this nitrogen fixation can be done by two different ways or by two different means. The first mean is through abiotic factor and the second mean is through biotic factor. Actually, what happens? How the atmospheric nitrogen converts into nitrates? I am telling you this whole story about it. Actually, when the thunder and lightning occurs along with the rainfall, at the same time, the atmospheric nitrogen reacts with the rainwater or H2O and forms nitrate. And this nitrate dissolves in the water and falls down in the earth surface in the form of the dissolved nitrates along with the water. And while the plants are uptaking this water for photosynthesis or for another processes, so these nitrates are going to enter in the plant's body. And further, plants are utilizing these nitrates for the manufacture of vitamins, proteins, or nucleic acid and rest of the things. And while the animals are eating these plants, so the nitrogen passes from plants to animals. And the second way or second mean through which the nitrogen fixation can occur, these are some biotic factors. Or especially there are some bacteria which are responsible for the conversion of this atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. I want to give you some examples. There are certain bacteria like Rhizobium leguminosarum. These are the bacteria which can occur in the nodules of the roots of the Leguminosae family. Means Leguminosae is a family of plants. ठीक है, and example I am giving you pea, gram are the examples of legumes, and these are the members of this family. If we will observe, then we will find out that in their roots they have some nodule-like structure, and these nodules present in their roots contain these bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria, and these Rhizobium bacteria has capability to convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. So in this way, the bacteria which are living in symbiotic association with legume plants are helping in the conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Except it, there are few free living bacteria or blue green algae which is free living, can also convert this atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, and these nitrates which are present in the soil along with the water can enter into the plant's body. So this process, nitrogen fixation, can be done by two different ways, by biotic as well as abiotic factors. Except it, there are certain other methods through which the atmospheric nitrogen or can be converted into the nitrate or nitrites. What are these? I am telling you that the next step is ammonification. As we know that the most of the content of the living organism's body along with the carbon is made up of nitrogen. And while an organism dies, or a plant's leaf are shedding their leaves, or means the remaining part of the living organism, either it is a part of the animal or either it is a or it is a part of a plant, while it is going to decompose. So while it is going to decompose, so as we know that the decomposing material forms ammonia, ठीक है, by the action of some uh, microorganisms, ठीक है, and this ammonia is further converted into nitrate or nitrites, and the process is called as nitrification. So initially what happens, initially ammonification occurs. Ammonification means while an organism is going to die, or its dead particle or its remaining parts are going to decompose, and this decomposition is done by various microorganisms present in the soil, and these microorganisms are converting this dead organic matter into ammonia, and the conversion of dead organic matter into ammonia is called ammonification. Now after ammonification the next step starts. This is called nitrification. Actually what happens in the nitrification, it is a process of conversion of ammonia into nitrites and then into nitrates. So initially what happens, this ammonia which is formed due to the decomposition of organic matter, now it converts initially into nitrites. Now finally these nitrites are going to convert into nitrates. So initially nitrites are forming, then nitrites are converting into nitrates, and the process of conversion of ammonia into nitrite or nitrate is called as nitrification. And for this process some bacteria are also responsible, and these bacteria are these bacteria are called nitrifying bacteria, and I am giving you few examples like nitrosomonas and nitrobacter are some nitrifying bacteria which are converting atmospheric nitrogen, which are converting ammonia into nitrite or nitrates. And this is the method how the nitrites and nitrates are going to form. Finally I am telling you that how the nitrogen which is present in the living organism's body once again is converting into atmospheric nitrogen, and this process is called as denitrification. Okay, what happens in the denitrification? In the process of the denitrification, the nitrates are going to reduce, ठीक है, and once again they are forming nitrogen gas, and for it there are also some bacterias. I am giving you one example like pseudomonas, which is a denitrifying bacteria, means it is converting nitrates into atmospheric nitrogen. So in this way we studied that how the nitrogen is converted into nitrate or nitrite, and once again it is utilized. So here in the picture you can see that how the nitrogen fixation is occurring, and the nitrates are intaken by green plants, and how the green plants are going to die, and ammonification, after ammonification these are converting into ammonia. Ammonia is once again converting into nitrates, nitrite finally into nitrate, and nitrite is once again used by either by the green plant or through the process of denitrification it is converting into atmospheric nitrogen. So with the help of this cyclic chart we can easily understand the concept of nitrogen cycle. So I hope so you understood the concept of nitrogen cycle. Still if you have any query you can ask. Thank you. Bye bye.